Yo, what's up guys, JT here. I'm going to be bringing you the update video today for listed Steam Early Access version 1.0. We've come a long way since our shaky unlisted release 2 years ago. That was a process that we really had to go through to get to where we are right now. The game really is so much better and we're super excited to launch into early access. We really listened to the feedback that came in from the community during our unlisted release. Having the extra player base has been crucial to the process of developing the game. It's vital to us as a development team to have the community in the game, since we are a game by the community for the community. This update vlog is going to be a little bit different than our usual ones. Usually we do version to version, but in this case we're going to do some of the largest features that we've implemented since our unlisted release right through until this point. If you want more details on the individual things that we've implemented from version to version, check back to our previous devlogs or check out our almost endless newsfeed on Steam. Jumping straight into this here, you can see that vehicles are now implemented. This one I'm driving is called the Cricket. It's a small 4-seater car. There's also the RV from the original concepts. This is a feature that we really wanted to implement for the longest time, but we didn't want to do it until we really knew what we were doing, as this was quite a big feature to implement. Vehicles also have full damage support, which you can see here. They can be repaired, and if they do catch on fire, they are going to blow up as well. It takes all the engine parts like in the original concept, and I think right now you can sit 6 people inside of this vehicle. A fully free-place fortification system has been implemented. There was previously a very clunky system which allowed you to place fortifications on windows, but we decided that needed to go for something that just felt all around more natural and easier to understand. You can currently craft planks from felling trees and then milling them into timber via the crafting system, or alternatively you can grab worn planks from fences around the world, which will also give you nails as well. And that will allow you to jump into fortifying from early gameplay. The logs have also been overhauled to just make them a little bit easier to understand, and you should be able to get things locked up and fortified much sooner than you used to be able to. Electrical systems have been overhauled as well. They should be a little bit easier to understand now and a little bit more accessible as well. Something that's very important to us as a development team is to not make a shallow game that only has content for new players. We want there to be features that are designed for end game and also have a good balance to those, so that returning players don't feel like there's nothing new for them to try out. Traps have also been implemented, as well as a new placement system to make them easy to place down. That placement system can be used for any item as well. Most of the traps that we have are from the original concept, as well as some new ones, and we also have loads in the works as well. Melee has also had an overhaul. We realised quite early on that the old system sucked. It was too hard and it wasn't really balanced correctly. You can see here that I'm using a club which is designed as an early game item. It can be crafted from timber and firewood. The idea with zombies has always been that the threat comes from numbers. They're a little bit easier to kill now, but definitely still a threat when there's multiple. We've always said that we're never going to make an easy game, and we feel like we've got a nice balance with the melee from that aspect now. We've implemented a player quick guide so that new players can jump straight into the game and start understanding and learning the features of the game. We noticed that players were really getting lost and not knowing what they were able and weren't able to do when they first started. So this new system here that you can see over on the right hand side ties into the original guide page that we have in the inventory, and it also ties into Steam achievements as well. So really players should be able to jump into the game now and really just get straight into it and learn how to consume food, how to heal themselves, how to craft weapons, and really basically how to survive their first night in the game. Gun players also received a load of attention from VFX to SFX and general gunplay mechanics. Weapons now have attachments from the oil filter like in the original concept, scopes and flashlights on the weapons as well. The overall gun balance has been reviewed as well to make things feel a little bit more fair and balanced across all the weapons. We've added this pump action shotgun which can be found at police stations and other special locations around the map. Absolutely tons of UI changes have been made for this upcoming release of the game. As you can see here, when you inspect your weapon, you can now see a readout of all your current stats, from your weapon to your mental health, everything you want to see. When you have that, we've added a new hint system, we've added top left notifications there you can see right now, and generally just had a review over all the UI to try and make things a little bit simpler and easier to understand. Passive AI is also now in. Right now we have chickens, stags and deers. In the future we have boars, foxes and all kinds of different passive AI planned. Right now you can use these for hunting, and you can use these as an end game means of getting food, which is going to be much quicker than scavenging the world for canned goods and dry goods all the time. This is something that once you get a little bit more established, you'll be able to go out hunting and get all the meat that you need. Other notable changes include key bindings, player spawn point locations and point of interest spread over the world so that there's always relevant content around players, massive reviews over performance and general profiling to make the game run much better, craftable spread and balance so that there's always craftables for new and returning players, and the introduction of physical loot and overall loot balance throughout the world. Items should now be able to be found in relevant locations wherever you go. I'm going to wrap this video up here. There really is so much more I could talk about. There's other locations you can go to find all that information if you're interested. I just want to say a massive thank you from myself and the whole team. Without all of your support, we wouldn't be here now. Things have taken longer than we originally anticipated, but that's because we're dedicated to doing things right. We've put in our 10,000 hours and we've reinvested everything we've ever made from Survive the Nights back into the game. We're here, we're listening, we're not going anywhere. We're in it to make a good game and not just a quick buck. And we're super excited to get this game out for you guys now. I will see you in the update for version 1.1. Bye bye.